Have you ever wondered why some people seem to create opportunities everywhere they go? No matter the economy, no matter the competition, no matter the industry, they walk into a room, have a conversation, and somehow leave with trust, influence, and results. Meanwhile, others have better products, better ideas, better credentials. Yet they struggle to convince anyone to listen. But most people believe sales is about talking, about persuasion, about convincing someone to do something. But that's not what the highest performers understand. The truth is far more powerful. Sales is not about forcing decisions. It's about creating clarity. It's about helping people move from uncertainty to certainty, from hesitation to action, from where they are today to where they want to be tomorrow. And whether you realize it or not, your entire life depends on this skill. Every promotion you've ever received, every business opportunity you've ever created, every partnership you've ever built, every dream you've ever pursued. At some point, all of them required one thing. Someone had to believe. And belief doesn't happen by accident. It happens through trust, through confidence, through communication, through influence. The people who master these skills don't just sell products. They sell ideas. They sell visions. They sell possibilities. And most importantly, they sell themselves. In today's video, we're breaking down the hidden psychology behind selling anything. Not manipulation, not pressure, not tricks, but timeless principles that shape human decisions. Principles that can help you grow a business, advance your career, build stronger relationships, and create more opportunities than most people ever imagine. Because at the highest level, sales isn't about getting people to buy. It's about helping people see. And once people truly see, the decision often makes itself. Let's begin. Principle 1. Believe before you sell. The first mistake most people make has nothing to do with technique. It has nothing to do with scripts. And it has nothing to do with charisma. The biggest mistake is trying to sell something they don't fully believe in. Think about it. Have you ever listened to someone explain an idea while secretly doubting it themselves? You can feel it immediately. Their words sound correct, but something feels off. Their confidence isn't stable. Their energy doesn't match their message. And because of that, trust never fully develops. People are incredibly sensitive to uncertainty. They may not consciously notice it, but they feel it. Before someone believes your product, they must believe your conviction. Before they trust your offer, they must trust your certainty. This is why belief matters. When you genuinely believe your solution creates value, everything changes. You stop sounding defensive. You stop over-explaining. You stop seeking approval. Instead, you begin speaking with clarity. And clarity creates confidence. Confidence creates trust. And trust creates action. The strongest salespeople don't spend all day convincing others. They spend most of their time strengthening their own conviction. Because confidence isn't something you perform. It's something you develop. If you don't believe in what you're offering, no strategy can save you forever. But when you truly believe, people feel it. And that's where influence begins. Principle 2. Sell yourself first. Before anyone buys your product, they buy you. This truth applies everywhere. Business, leadership, networking, entrepreneurship, even everyday life. People naturally ask themselves one question. Can I trust this person? Not the product, not the service, the person. Because trust is the foundation of every decision. Many people try to appear confident, but confidence isn't created through words. It's created through evidence. Keeping promises, following through, showing discipline, doing what you said you would do. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your self-respect. And self-respect creates self-confidence. When someone believes in themselves, it shows. Not through arrogance, not through ego, but through certainty. They don't need constant validation. They don't desperately seek approval. They don't collapse when someone disagrees. Because their confidence isn't borrowed from other people. It's built internally. And that's powerful. The market rewards people who trust themselves. Because people trust those who trust themselves. If you want others to believe in your vision, you must believe in yourself first. Principle 3. People don't buy products. Here's a reality that changes everything. People rarely buy products. They buy outcomes. They buy transformations. They buy solutions. Nobody buys a gym membership because they love treadmills. They buy confidence. They buy energy. They buy a better reflection in the mirror. Nobody buys financial education because they enjoy spreadsheets. They buy freedom. They buy security. They buy peace of mind. Nobody buys a luxury watch simply to tell time. They buy status, identity, recognition. The product is only the vehicle. The destination is what people truly want. And the best communicators understand this. Instead of focusing on features, they focus on outcomes. Instead of describing what something is, they describe what it can do. Because people don't wake up wanting products. They wake up wanting progress. The moment you understand that, everything changes. Principle 4. Clarity beats persuasion. Most people think selling means convincing. The truth? The best sales conversations rarely feel like persuasion. They feel like clarity. Think about the last great decision you made. Did someone pressure you? Or did someone help you see something clearly? The most effective communicators don't force decisions. They remove confusion. They simplify complexity. They help people understand consequences. Because confusion creates hesitation, and clarity creates momentum. People don't need endless information. They need understanding. When someone clearly sees the cost of staying where they are, and clearly sees the benefit of moving forward, the decision becomes easier. Not because they were pressured, because they understand. And understanding creates confidence. Principle 5. Rejection is information. One of the biggest reasons people fear sales is rejection. But rejection is often misunderstood. Most people interpret rejection as failure. Successful people interpret rejection as feedback. There's a huge difference. When someone says no, it doesn't automatically mean your offer lacks value. Sometimes the timing is wrong. Sometimes trust hasn't been established yet. Sometimes the person simply isn't ready. The strongest professionals don't take rejection personally. They stay curious. They ask questions. They seek understanding. Because every rejection contains information. And information leads to improvement. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never hear no. They're the ones who learn from every no they hear. And eventually, those lessons compound into mastery. Principle 6. Confidence comes from practice. Many people wait to feel confident before taking action. But confidence doesn't come first. Action comes first. Think about any skill. Driving, public speaking, fitness, business. None of them felt comfortable in the beginning. You became confident because you practiced, not before. After. The same applies to communication. The more conversations you have, the more patterns you recognize. The more objections you hear, the more prepared you become. The more experience you gain, the less uncertainty remains. And confidence is simply familiarity replacing uncertainty. That's why successful people practice constantly. Not because they're insecure. Because they understand improvement is never accidental. Every conversation is training. Every interaction is experience. Every challenge is preparation. Those who practice grow. Those who wait remain stuck. Principle 7. The power of silence. Most people talk too much. Especially when they're nervous. They explain. Then explain again. Then keep explaining. And often, the extra words create more doubt than confidence. Silence is one of the most underrated communication skills in the world. Because silence demonstrates certainty. It shows you're comfortable. It shows you're listening. It shows you don't feel compelled to fill every moment. The strongest communicators understand this. They ask powerful questions. Then they listen. They create space. Because people reveal their true thoughts when they feel heard. And when you listen carefully, you learn more than endless talking could ever teach you. Silence isn't weakness. It's confidence without noise. Principle 8. People follow certainty. In uncertain times, people search for certainty. This has always been true. And it remains true today. People naturally move toward those who seem clear about where they're going. Not because those people know everything, but because uncertainty is exhausting. Think about great leaders, great entrepreneurs, great visionaries. They weren't perfect, but they were decisive. They moved forward. They created momentum, and momentum attracts attention. The same principle applies to sales. When you communicate with clarity and conviction, people feel safer making decisions. Not because you're forcing them, because you're reducing uncertainty. And certainty is valuable. In business, in leadership, and in life. Principle 9. Stay calm under pressure. Mistakes don't destroy opportunities. Panic does. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone says the wrong thing occasionally. Everyone faces unexpected challenges. But the highest performers understand something important. Composure is a competitive advantage. When problems appear, most people become emotional. They rush. They react. They lose perspective. The best performers do the opposite. They stay calm. They think clearly. They adapt quickly. And because of that, they recover faster. Life rewards resilience. Business rewards resilience. Sales rewards resilience. The ability to remain steady when others become emotional creates enormous advantages over time. Because success isn't about perfection. It's about recovery. Principle 10. Opportunities belong to action takers. There is a dangerous habit that keeps millions of people stuck. Waiting. Waiting for confidence. Waiting for certainty. Waiting for the perfect opportunity. Waiting for the perfect moment. But the perfect moment rarely arrives. Successful people understand something different. Opportunities are often created through action, not discovered through waiting. Every major achievement begins with a decision. A decision to start. A decision to try. A decision to move forward despite uncertainty. Because action creates momentum. Momentum creates opportunities. And opportunities create results. The people who build extraordinary lives aren't necessarily smarter. They simply act while others hesitate. At the end of the day, selling isn't really about sales. It's about trust. It's about communication. It's about helping people move from uncertainty to certainty. The most successful people in the world understand this. They don't rely on pressure. They don't rely on manipulation. They don't rely on shortcuts. They build credibility. They create clarity. They communicate value. And over time, those skills transform every area of life. Your business, your income, your relationships, your opportunities. Because whether you're selling a product, pitching an idea, building a company, or creating a vision for your future, the same principle remains true. People follow confidence. People trust clarity. And people move when they believe a better future is possible. So the next time you're faced with an opportunity, don't focus on convincing. Focus on understanding. Focus on creating value. Focus on building trust. Because when trust is strong, decisions become easier. And when decisions become easier, opportunities begin to multiply. If you enjoyed this video and want more content about wealth, psychology, influence, success, and high-performance thinking, make sure to subscribe to Wealth Hike. Because in a world full of noise, the people who understand human behavior will always have an advantage. And remember, your future is not built by what you know. It's built by what you consistently do. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.